I want to thank everybody for coming tonight and those who are watching online. I'm Chris Kinder. I'm the Historic Preservation Planner for the City of Erie, and I'm very excited to talk about our Historic Preservation Plan tonight. With us is our consulting firm, the Lakota Group, and we have with us Nick Kalogeresis, who's going to talk a little bit more about the plan and what we're doing here this evening. Nick.
Thanks, Chris. It's wonderful to be back here in the City of Erie, and I'm here with my colleague Josh Bloom in the back of the room, and today we are sort of unveiling our first draft of the Historic Preservation Plan. And this plan, first of all, it's like any community plan or comprehensive plan. It's a plan that looks forward in terms of what we're going to do with the past. And it's an important plan that sets out some policies, some directions in terms of how preservation is going to play an important role in the community going forward. And I think what's been fun about this process so far is really working with a community that has just started out in historic preservation. So this plan is going to be very important for the Historic Preservation Commission and other preservation partners to take a hold of and start enacting and start seeing some positive change. And so we're here today to talk about the draft plan, and this is a open house where we are presenting different strategies in the plan, and we're hoping to get some feedback from people today in terms of what they think are priorities in the plan. And so that's the point of our meeting today. And this has been a 10-month process so far. And this preservation plan was made possible by a Keystone Preservation grant by the Pennsylvania State Historic Preservation Office. So we really thank them for making this all possible. So the workshop tonight, we have 4 stations in this plan, this open house tonight, and the last station, station 4, is the most important one in terms of that's where we're laying out strategies and where we want people to provide feedback. But there's the first 3 stations provide some background information about historic preservation, about the new program that's here in Erie, the benefits of preservation, and some descriptions about what is a National Register Historic District, National Register Landmark, versus a local historic district and landmark. So we have some information that provides that background. We also have another station that's just behind me that gives you some background information about National Register districts. The current ones that are here in Erie, there are 4 of them, and so we provide some information on that. We also have another station that provides some information about preservation incentives. So it's all meant to provide background information, and so you're more than welcome to go up to these stations and read them and learn about the preservation program here in Erie. I wanted to just spend some time just talking about Station 4 because that's where we have laid out some initial strategies for Erie going forward, and they're all important. They're all meant to sort of start building that local historic preservation program. And so we have 5 major areas where these strategies are kind of concentrated and focused on. The first one being, how do we identify future historic districts? And how do we identify them, and how do we go about documenting our history? So we have 4 strategies related to that. The second theme is related to telling the diverse stories of Erie's heritage. And Erie has really this incredible layers of history here, and significant events, significant people, there's significant architecture, but there's also stories related to the vast immigrant groups that have come here to settle in Erie. And so we have a number of strategies that relate to how do we tell the stories of those communities here. And so it's all meant to try to promote that local history a little bit more. Our next theme is really about protecting and conserving places, and it's about how do we provide some more information to property owners, business owners about historic preservation. How do we use new tools for historic preservation, and how do we engage the public and neighborhood groups in protecting places? So we have that theme there set up as well. The next one is investing in historic assets, and that theme is about how do we use preservation to promote neighborhood revitalization, the continued revitalization of downtown. How do we use historic preservation as an important tool to reuse historic buildings here? So that is investing in historic assets. The next one is how do we engage the community, and how do we educate property owners on good preservation practices, home repair, things like that, and how do we strengthen preservation advocacy? And most importantly, how do we engage younger generations here in Erie about preservation and the stories that matter here in the community? And then last but not least, we have a set of themes called Organizing the Program. And Erie's preservation program is fairly new, and it's just designated its first landmark. But how do we build a stronger program here, and how do we create a very robust local historic preservation program? So that is Station 4, and we'd like you to read through those strategies. And if you have any questions, you could come to me or you could come to Josh, and we'll answer those questions for you. We do have a set of sticker notes that we want you to use. If you see that one strategy is a higher priority than others, then we want you to vote using stickers for those individual strategies. And so we want you to at least tell us your thoughts on where do we go from there. After this workshop, we are going to take the results, and we're going to come up with a second draft historic preservation plan, and we hope to get that done in the next month. So this input is very, very important, and so whatever comments and feedback you can provide us, that would be great. So that is the workshop, and I'll take any questions. And I guess we'll go ahead with the workshop, and thank you for coming. Oh, thank you, Josh. I totally forgot. There is a website for this planning process. I almost forgot that we've had for the last year that provides some information on the project, and we will post the draft historic preservation plan there later this week. And if you want to provide comments on the preservation plan, you could actually go to that website, and you could actually type into a comment box your thoughts, suggestions about the plan, and then it will come right to us. But it's an important website to get information, so if you want to post comments, use that website to do so. So, all right. Thank you very much.